What's up? I'm Isaac.
I got hit in the face by a stripper.
And I'm Nick. I'm like a fat girl in 7th grade at 7 a.m.
Welcome to the Bargoyles,
where we break down restaurants, bars,
and the chaos of stand-up comedy.
From bad Yelp reviews
to heckler horror stories.
We've got the inside scoop.
Pop the headphones to make sure you can hear my mic.
I was gonna say, I love you guys. You guys are amazing.
Mama, can you hear me? Shout out Daphne. She's in the video there.
When you got the
what a great gal. Welcome, everybody. This is Bargoyles episode 141. This is not my mom's basement. This is a nice Countrywood Suites. We are out here in a hotel room. You can already see the guys. I was going to do the introduction for that part last, so I'm probably just going to go and real tight on this shot. It's me, Isaac Ignacio Bennett, with the rotating co-host here over in the cut chair corner. Is that what we're calling it today?
That's it, man.
What's up, Chris? Hey, how you doing?
Howdy.
Chris out here out front Royal, but we're not in front Royal. We're out, where are we at?
Frederick, Maryland.
We're in Frederick, Maryland. Ace motherfucking Jackson.
Yes, sir. Ace motherfucking Jackson. Couldn't say it any better, but he did.
Yeah, you know, that is what it is. And this is the intro we had written here for the guest here. So buckle up, regulars. Our guest today is a rage-fueled raconteur, a joke juggernaut, a conspiracy theorist through and through. He's got a wild mind of a mad scientist, a tenured killer on stage. He's seen on Conan, Late Night with Jimmy Fallon, John and Oliver's New York stand-up. You've heard him from behind the scenes from a lot of different shows with The Break of Michelle Wolf. He's done some correspondence dinners. He's written for Moral Compass and Superior Donuts. Shout out Nikki Glaze. We liked him glazed donuts. That was stupid. I added that in the end. That was dumb. He's the voice behind the viral special Dance Fetty Dance. He's the co-host of the chaotic, charming Burgs Bros with Sean Donnelly. And if that's not enough, he's body slamming his way through the podcast universe worth Working Stiff, it's called now, yeah?
No, well, I'm not. I don't do that podcast
I fucking
anymore.
hate that show. Good. I don't know anything about wrestling.
I still like it. I still like those guys. I just don't do it anymore.
Gotcha. Okay.
I finally met someone who does a worse podcast intro than me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I just want to take a moment to really. I thought that I was the only one who did it like a panicking DWI instructor, but
guys, I'm doing this. It's part of my service.
That sounded like an emotional. It was very nice, but it sounded like an emotional breakdown.
The last line here for you is: give it up for the second favorite son of Evansville.
Who's the first favorite?
Rami Malek.
Oh,
of
yeah.
course.
Well, then by that means I'm like the third or fourth or fifth.
Who's above you? Who's between
Kelly
you?
Yiddish is above me for sure. She was on Law and Order.
One of the extras.
Matt Williams is above me.
Nope, don't know Matt Williams.
Him and my dad.
He doesn't respond to my DMs, so
no, he created
Williams.
Home Improvement and shit. So I'm like fourth or fifth.
Okay, well, you're my second favorite son of Evansville. Give it up, guys.
And I
Dan
wasn't there
St
for 4
Germain.
years. Hey, what's going on? I'm glad I wasn't for there longer than 4 years.
Okay.
Place makes Frederick look like Versailles. So.
I've heard nothing but good things about Evansville. There's a lot of great things. Shitty bars, $2 course specials.
If you want to drink yourself to death, it's a perfect city for you.
Okay, all right.
That's what I would say about Evansville. If you really wanted to,
that tracks
if
for me.
you want to like just give up and be like the most interesting guy in the city, then Evansville's for you.
Okay, yeah, I do need that. I do want to be the most interesting person to see that tracks.
Yeah.
Were you there? Did you hear about the La Marcuso?
I have no idea what that is at all.
Some dive bar in Evansville that like
Le Marcuso.
The main owner was dealing drugs inside the bar. Obviously, that happens in bars. But then they caught her on like 41 narcotic charges. She was like on the school board for like the local elementary school as well. Yeah, Amy Word. Shout out Amy Word of Evansville.
Shout out Amy.
Yeah, the sixth favorite sister of Evansville.
Yeah, they got hit by meth really hard when I was there in college, and I remember there was this fraternity. I believe it was like Sig Yap or something. Or maybe it was something. Maybe it was like it wasn't Teak. I know that it was. Maybe it was SAE. I don't know. I don't know exactly which one it was. But they had like 3 guys who were on meth came to the frat house, and there was like 20 frat guys, and they're like, "You got to leave." And those frat guys those meth heads beat the fuck out of those frat guys. Like 3, they just like fucking went through them like they were goddamn fucking the goddamn Foot Clan or something. Like one hit, you know.
Well, meth heads can't get knocked out. That's the beautiful thing.
They can't feel pain.
They can't feel pain, and they're on their own PEDs, like government issued. I guess from China now.
I would love to watch a meth league.
Oh,
that would be amazing.
Man, that would be the greatest. A nice little
Dana White's going to
don't they have the Enhanced League now? They
have the what?
They have something called the Enhanced League now.
Oh, the Enhanced Games. Yeah,
Enhanced Games. That's what it is. Yeah,
they're taking.
Really?
They're taking 7th place Olympic athletes and being like, "Hey, man, what if we gave you all of the steroids?
That's
like,
amazing.
All of it." Yeah. So one of the guys, he's an Australian swimmer. He got like 3rd in the nationals for Australia, and now he's put on like 40 pounds. He's massive. He's a fucking freak, and he's slower slower in the pool. He's now a slower swimmer. They're mad about it. They put like $1 million worth of steroids in him, and he's slower. It's not working.
Well, muscle. Yeah. Well, I mean, swimming is weird because you're dealing with like hydrodynamics and shit like that. So it's like people like Michael Phelps who are like built lanky like that, who have long ass arms. Like he's got webbed fucking like feet. And shit, you know. Like, he's definitely government experiment.
Isn't he local? He's from Maryland.
Baltimore. He's Baltimore.
Baltimore. Yeah.
I just want to know how to swim.
Ace doesn't know how to swim.
He still has an app for mental health.
Does he?
Which I'm always like, you mean the beautiful guy who's the best at something?
Oh, the really tall guy with all of those medals.
Like like when his dick isn't inside a pussy, his dick's like, this is weird. What's going on?
Guys.
Like that guy needs a fucking Headspace app.
Guys, seriously, if you're feeling bad, just go show a girl your medal and have sex with any woman at the bar. Duh.
Have you ever done the stolen valor thing?
We've dealt with some stolen valor with specifically my dad's a Marine, so like he looks for this shit, and anytime like in the city,
have you seen him spot someone who's bullshit?
I've seen him spot someone, and he sees the medals, he sees the guy on the side of the road, and he's like, I would like to kill that guy, but my dad's a nice person. He's like, I would love to kill that guy. I'm gonna send a text to my crazy friends, and they'll pull up and do some shit. But he's like, I can't. He's a pastor now. He's like, I know.
That sounds like a very American government thing to do.
It is.
I won't do it, but luckily we have people that are crazier we give money to. So
yes.
Thank goodness.
Well, you gotta have your fucking wild card friends. You know, that's why we brought Chris.
Hey.
Chris is he's a pretty tame wild card friend. He's got a lot of tattoos, but he's very. Me and Chris were outside, and we were afraid for our lives. There are these women who both look like different versions of John Madden. Fucking just throwing back Mountain Dew Code Red or whatever the fuck they were drinking.
God bless
mean mugging us the whole time. We're smoking a joint, and Chris is like, "Hey, what's up?" And she's like, like literally wasn't even making like fucking words.
What?
Then her friend comes out.
Code Red and
her friend was
joints
like
go hand in
100
hand.
pounds heavier than she was, and she was already big. Her friend was like, if Chris was an older fat woman, you know what I mean?
Not very far off.
Yeah,
So fuckable or not?
One.
What are we?
Not the second one. The second one was like fucking gigantic.
Which one looks more like Chris though?
The first one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She was more like John Madden from like the caster era, like the sports caster. The other one was more like Al Davis's homie John Madden.
Yes.
And
Yeah. She was just came out with some sort of fried chicken wrap and just like sauce everywhere, and was yelling about cigarettes. And she's like, "Can I have that?" And we thought we'd meant our joint, and you were about to say yes. Of course he's
gonna say yes.
She just instead grabs her friend's cherry Coke and starts chugging it like it's her last fucking breath.
Yeah, I mean
she was like,
sugar.
if a person was created out of high fructose corn syrup, like if they came like. If they like materialize like the T1000 from
in the white trash labs of Evansville, Indiana, where they mix the Mountain Dew. That's actually where they released the initial the Mountain Dew flavors that's like a tester market.
Oh, that is you're like one of the only people who knows that like Evansville is the fast food testing ground.
Yeah.
It is like how New York is for art and stand-up. Evansville is for fast food. You have to make it. You have to make it as a fatty in Evansville. To give you an idea, they were selling a fucking lobster roll at Quiznos when I was there. What?
They still got Quiznos?
Sounds like that sounds like one of Dante's circles in hell. No, you're right. Because when I was there, Quiznos was going down.
Yeah,
but Quiznos had like a 2-year moment where it was like kind of competing with Blimpie and Subway a little bit. Then Blimpie went away, and then Subway and Jersey Mike's have now just taken everything. Even though Subway's is like the worst.
With the shitty
sandwich
town.
war.
We'll get it to you in 5 minutes.
It's actually crazy that Subway, like when you think of the 3 biggest sub places, Jersey Mike's, Subway, and Jimmy John's. Okay. By far, Subway is so much worse than both of those two.
But they have such good PR, man. Shout out fucking our boy Jared.
All those fucking athletes, man.
Oh, is that what it is?
Jared.
Okay.
Is he a rotating co-host too? Is he going to come?
I wish he couldn't fit in the door. He put the weight back on apparently, and
I really hope Trump pardons him.
Another villain out of a hero, man.
Yeah. Trump, have him pardon him. Send him to Iran to bring democracy.
He's done his time. He did his 13, not years. Those were the ages of the children. Oh yeah, Ace doesn't like pedophile jokes. I forgot you were molested.
Pedophilia was not a. That was only one of the things he was into, which people don't realize. He was also he loved titties. He was just a big tits guy, but he also was
he
really
grew his own.
He's into bestiality too. Which
Oh, he was in a beast.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
wow.
yeah, real fun guy.
Nice. Yo,
honestly, way more interesting than we all thought he was going to be.
Oh
though.
yeah.
He had the whole country rallying behind him, man. That's fucking crazy.
I was eating Subway thinking I was being healthy. I was 7, 8 years old.
Yeah.
I probably would have been the perfect guy for him, but I was going to Subway regularly back in California. I'm going to be like Jared. And
he just went from eating everything to a 6-inch turkey and Swiss sub with mustard.
Yeah, 3 times a day. And he would walk there.
And he would walk there. Wobble there.
Everybody, it was like that was the time period when like you see all the white women instead of having the Starbucks cups, they'd have like the 6-inch turkey sub with mustard on it.
Yeah,
that was but
it's not even legally bread anymore. They can't even legally say it's bread.
No, I had it in my last special.
So much dust.
It's yoga. The same stuff they make out of yoga mats.
Oh wow, man.
Same. It just can't be good. Explains. I mean, it's just going to be like when after our. Or seem to be barreling towards our nuclear annihilation or mutual assured destruction.
Mutual assured.
In a million years when they're studying us and they pull out, a nutritionist chart and they're like, they were fucking doing what? They were eating what?
They were doing yoga?
Yeah.
Oh, no, they're eating the mats. What the fuck is that?
It's bad, man.
Explains why going to the happy baby pose immediately following a 12-inch BMT.
Yeah, for sure.
I like food that you put in and it looks the same coming out. It's the same log, same 6-inch log. I do Italian meats and cheese. But
I do the chicken teriyaki.
Sweet onion chicken teriyaki is goated. It's one of the best. I buy bottles of that sauce at Walmart.
All right.
You never do fuck with that sauce?
Man,
like Vidali onions?
I don't really fuck with the...
he's cooked in like Michelin star kitchens, so he doesn't fuck with all this fast food shit.
I used to be, once upon a time.
Our job.
Yeah, it was, man. It was a job, life, everything about it. Now I'm just a bartender. Well, not just a bartender. I love bartending. This shit's great.
Yeah.
If I had been able to get into this earlier, I fucking would have.
It's a way more dealable job.
Oh man,
it's fun as shit. I mean, and the bar I work at's really cool.
Do you get paid less as a bartender than a chef? No, I'm wondering.
I mean, maybe if you're executive, I guess.
So yes and no. Like,
just depends.
It depends. Like, there's definitely a correlation between the amount of money you make as a chef and how much bullshit, stress, and volume you're dealing with.
Right.
And so there's a give and the take. So like, when you're working in a place that you're making like 100 plus at, you're going to be working 75 to 80 hours a week, and you're taking it home with you and all that. Yeah, you're taking it home with you. It's like it's nonstop. Now, when you're a bartender at a small cocktail lounge like I'm at, and you're probably making like roughly half of that.
Yeah.
But you're only working a third of that time, and
you're just partying.
You guys, we all hang out there. It's fun, it's super fun. I get to I'm just sitting there just fucking running jokes on people and shit the whole time.
Yeah.
Having a blast. So the give and the take money wise, like the money that I would make from the job to pay for all the recreational side of the shit I get to do now, it's just an offset. So
yeah, for sure. I can't imagine having to work genuinely work up. I work very hard, but I do comedy work. So in a sense, you're like, it's like, I'm making I'm creating balloon animals. It's fun. It's not really, it's not really work.
You guys want to laugh at my funnies?
Back-breaking shit, again, I don't know if I could do it. I'm 41. I think I'm too fucking.
To get into the manual
I'm too
labor,
pussified now.
Yeah. You flew too close to the sun. You got to stay. You got to be in this. Yeah.
Yeah, you get. I mean, it's like it is. So that's a good point that you bring up, like the physicality of it. Just it's like people are like, oh well, why don't you should go back and be a chef. Go back and be a chef. It's like, dude, it's a lot like being. And I hate to make the correlation to this, but I'd love to because they correlate themselves or they relate themselves to soldiers, for a game a year. But athletes, man, right? Like it's like being a professional athlete. You could be on the field for 20 years, but it's like. Eventually, you just you wore out and shit. You got to go. You don't
see a ton of fat chefs, actually.
No, man.
No,
because cocaine is fucking crazy.
Yeah, they can't.
It's amazing. It's so good in kitchens. It flows so much. The ebbs and the flows though is tough because as the bartender,
are you guys still doing coke or no? I'm not doing
I
coke.
just got into it.
Wait, how old are you?
34.
Oh, that's not something you want to hear.
I used to like work in nightclubs. I used to like party with celebrities.
And now in your 34,
and now in my
you're like,
yeah,
now's
I'm
the
like,
time.
I'm like, I can't get to the bathroom in the morning. Let me just do a little.
I would imagine now it's scarier now with fentanyl. That's why.
Yeah, dude. It's like Russian
you
roulette.
You gotta trust the guy you're going through, and I've made some terrible connections through the bartending industry.
Right.
I know it's good stuff. Like
Yeah.
Ace.
I don't do coke, man.
Ace doesn't do drugs.
So I don't do coke either. But I was like the other day I thought about it.
You look like you've done a lot of cocaine.
I haven't actually, man. This body was built by weed and beer, and and 12-inch Italian BMTs at Subways.
Oh,
That's
there
my
you see.
BMT
Yes.
is my thing. I like the cold cut
No,
stuff.
the BMTs. Oh, sweet onion, man. Sweet onion. It's the best.
No, but I've thought about doing coke before. Like there was one time we had a show, and I was just feeling sluggish, and I was like, you know what, man? I was like, man, I gotta find funny in me. I gotta find funny, and I couldn't figure. I was like, you know what, man? This would be a time where I would do coke, and Kelly was having a party. My wife was having a party. And there's
Shout out Kelly
there, and he rolls up. He's like, hey, man, you do uppers, man? And I'm like, I gotta go.
Well, I am feeling down. So.
Well, I told him, I was like, you know what, I got to do it. I'm about to do a comedy show right now, and I need like, you know, either I'm gonna like slam 3 Red Bulls or I'm gonna do a bump of coke. And so I get like, he's like, oh yeah, I got you, bro. And he pulls out a vial, and I was like, what the fuck is that? What is that? Is that liquid cocaine? What is that? He's like, nah, man, it's MDMA.
Just pure MDMA.
I was like, you were about to give me Molly before I was supposed to go and
that would not have been good. Although cocaine also not a great comedy drug. I think. I think a couple beers.
I've seen Justin Silver perform.
Yeah.
I'm just not a big fan.
Yeah,
I'm the cocaine stuff. He's a great comic.
A couple beers is fine. It's okay. You'll still work in this town if you make fun of Justin Silver.
Yes. All right.
But
he's a Baltimore guy too, apparently.
you'll be okay.
We'll be all right.
You won't
okay.
be blacklisted. You'll find a way through this business.
Yes.
I knew that's what he was thinking. But yeah, I think a little bit of beer or weed is the only drugs that are for doing comedy.
Yeah.
It's really hard. Molly, I don't even know how that would fucking work at all. Like, what, you just start touching the audience? Like,
dude, you know, that was my buddy Kevin has a bit about. He's like the different when he's tried doing different drugs before going on stage, and when he does the Molly one, he's
Is he doing the same set every time?
No, yeah. But
he's like, attempting to, I guess.
The premise of the joke is like, he's like, when I did coke, I did 30 minutes and 30 seconds. You know, I did weed, I forgot all my shit. Like, and then he was like, when I did Molly, he's like, you know, I did, you know, the following comedians weren't appreciative of what I did the mic type shit.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I think it was pretty good.
No, I think
if you get on
delivers
stage,
it way better.
Like, if I was on Molly, I'd get on stage and I'd be like, "Oh my god, what did you just do?" They're like, "You just did Russell Brand's whole act."
Was it good though?
No, I just sexually assaulted someone in the front row.
Okay, nice. Yeah. I would say this man doesn't do any. The amount of like times he messaged me was like, "This is not a weird situation. Come to the hotel room. I'm not Chris Elliott. But just come to the hotel. It's fine."
I'm not Chris Elliott.
Yes. Chris Elliott.
Chris Elliott, known as the greatest pedophile. No, I'm just we break that Chris Elliott's, but no, Chris Elliott's
just break the news real quick. Let them know.
Well, yeah, you never know. But
Get a life is my shit, dog.
No, this would be a really hard. This would be a really weird way to. I heard. I'm not going to say. I heard somebody got Me Too because they were asking girls to come back and do his Beyonce podcast, which is and then he would get there and he would like make a move, and I'm like, that's just the funniest.
I love that Beyonce's the bait. Hey girl, come back to my room. It's a Beyonce.
He's like, I don't think you're ready for this jelly, and then he like tries to grab her pussy.
Hey, don't make fun of her. She's a survivor.
Man, well, I don't know. I think if like any of us tried to pull that off, it would be they would automatically know.
Yeah,
they'd be like, that dude must be. He
looks like he could be a Beyonce fan, maybe.
I'm not a Beyonce fan.
Oh, you don't stand for?
Well, no. That's gonna get us canceled. Talking about
the Hive. Oh yeah, you can't talk about the Hive. Shout out the Beehive. They're apparently no. She's not doing shit now. Is she?
Yo,
I think the Beehive is going to be.
She doesn't need to do shit.
I think the Beehive has been remarkably quiet during the Puff Daddy trial. I wonder why.
I wonder why.
Somehow that's very quiet. And it seems like only 50 Cent fans are very loud during this.
Shout out Curtis, man. That guy's keeping it. He's keeping it 50, I guess, not 100. He's keeping it 50. he's keeping it 50.
I love the guy. It's too bad he's not a good rapper, but I really like him as a person. Like as a rapper, I'm like, I like in the club. I mean, but it's it's whatever. It's fine. But as a guy, he's actually hilarious. I would just watch that BET clip where he was feuding with all these guys.
And he walks through the crowd and shit. Yeah,
I was like, nobody fucking Drake doesn't do that shit.
Oh no, yeah, he's fucking.
And this was prime 50. He was fucking.
Yeah.
He was doing sit-ups upside down in the camera. It's ridiculous. He's massive. I've met him like twice. We used to come to the nightclub. He's
big.
Yeah. What's that?
You met 50?
Yeah,
I heard he's like pretty much a teetotaler, right? He doesn't get fucked up. He's
straight. Yeah, he's very
He'll
straight.
put ginger ale in his glass and make it look like he's drinking and just sip on that. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A lot of times, I had to do that with Robin Thicke when he came to the nightclub. I had to make
he's a
Earl
drunk,
Grey
that
tea.
guy.
Well, yeah, I had to make Earl Grey tea with Grey Goose to make it look like Remy because he was the Remy brand guy. He's like, I fucking hate Remy. I don't think he's still with him. He's like, I hate it. Take Grey Goose and brew it with tea to make it look like
That's
Henny.
intense, dude.
Yeah. When you're a brand ambassador, you have to like fake it.
Yeah,
Like, oh, Remy's great. I miss my wife. It was right as the breakup happened. He's like, I miss my wife. Everyone let her know I still love her. And that shit did not work out.
But you know what
I can't believe you breaking up with Paula Patton,
Paula
dude.
Patton, man.
One of the baddest fucking chicks ever.
Ridiculous.
That's a fumble.
That's a fumble? Yeah, it's a hard fumble.
I guess, though, like guys like that, those are the type guys who can easily get into their Paula Patton are the types that fumble Paula Patton.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you just fucking...
They're always looking for something. They'll find it in any nine that walks to them at the club. They're like, oh, well, I could throw this away for this little garbage girl just this one day.
Yeah, this 9.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. There's so many conspiracies surrounding that, like specifically with breakups and celebrities. You're a big conspiracy guy, aren't you?
I guess. I mean, a lot of this shit's turning out to be totally true. But, I guess so it's hard to say.
Those are facts, I guess.
I mean, I just think the scariest thing, I was just thinking of it now, is, okay, let's say, I was thinking about this on the way today. Like, let's say hypothetically that Mossad or Russia or
Yasser Arafat.
Nefarious elements in our own government. Yeah, sure. Head of Iran. I'll throw him in. Had footage of Trump doing something, right? Most likely, there's been accusations.
Oh, yeah?
The Epstein stuff. But whatever. They have this footage, and it's released, and then Trump is like, that's fake. That's AI. There are 30% of people that are going to believe him, which means that there are now 30% of people who cannot trust any footage.
Any footage. Oh, yeah.
Any reality, which means that then 30% of the entire population no longer believes in reality. Now, if you read the Reddit post a couple weeks ago about I'm a big UAP guy, if you read it, there was an anonymous Reddit dump about UAP discovery, about how the crafts themselves are alive, how they're so related to the nature. When we finish, they're so related to the nature of reality, and maybe the point was in one of these memos that if enough people don't believe in reality at times, then the fabric of reality itself can dissolve. So there's there is an actual danger for people not all believing in something. Like once we don't all have the same, once we stop playing with the same basic foundational blocks, then there's no structure at all, and the essential, I guess the consciousness version of being sucked into a black hole.
Do you think that 30%? What do you think it was like before AI videos came out? Because everything's now AI. If you don't believe it, you could just say that's AI. AI did that.
Well, it's tough, with these. I'll give you an example. This was a couple months ago, and check out Burbs Bros, my podcast. Sean Donnelly, very funny comic. We have some of the smartest people. We just had Avi Loeb on.
Fitz, I listened to the one with Fitz you guys had.
Yeah, Fitz, the guy who caught the Unabomber. It's the greatest podcast that no one listens to right now, so people should listen to it.
Check it out, Burbs Bros.
But we interviewed some of the most fascinating people. But what were we just saying before that?
UAP video come out, AI.
Okay, yes, yeah. So there was about a month ago or a month and a half ago, there were all these rumors that there was a crash in India. There was a bunch of UAP, and then all this AI footage started coming out on Instagram and TikTok of the crash retrievals in India, and they looked fucking fantastic.
God, geez,
all of them were fake.
Oh yeah.
And then the stuff that's like purportedly real, I knew that they were fake before I watched it.
Oh, okay,
but
gotcha.
But the stuff that's purportedly real, that stuff looks like, well, I can't really fucking tell what that looks like. Somebody playing, Snake in a bar like 20 feet away, and it's kind of fuzzy. So like we really do. I think one of the scariest things was they've been saying since Trump's been elected, but it really has been since the advent of the internet. And that's what if we can't all come to some grounding of what a reality is, then there is, I mean, like, it's the opposite of telepathy, right? We're all living in our different realities. Eventually, that seems like it's going to create the end of a civilization if there's too many different realities.
I don't like that because I fell victim to an AI video just last week. This one keeps coming.
Thank you. Zeros, guys, no booze.
Zeros, yeah.
Brought to you by Heineken Zero.
Brought to you by Heineken. They give these things out, Heineken Zeros.
Yo, they really do.
Yeah, they
7-Eleven too.
7-Eleven,
they
yeah.
just be handing them motherfuckers out like it's nothing.
Yep.
They're cheap, and it's only 69 calories. They had to do that on purpose. That's what it says right there on the case.
They're really
69
good.
calories.
I will say they're really good. Like, as somebody who, I love the taste of beer. Like, non-alcoholic beers were so bad before Heineken Zero came along and kind of changed the game for everybody.
The Bitburger also has a really good...
Bitburger is good. Yeah, there's some good Belgian ones and shit like that for sure.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get into the conspiracies here with you because, one, we know you're a conspiracy guy, so we wanted to do a segment where we put together a list of 20 conspiracies, and we want you to figure out whether or not they're actually based in actual fact and reality or it was completely made up. But these are all based around the bar ideas. So these are like bar conspiracies, all alcohol related. Like the famous one with Guinness has like animal products in the barrels, whatnot. That's an old classic one. But these are bar conspiracy theories. Believe it or bar.
Don't everything has animal products in them? Like isn't that?
No, you only need 3 ingredients. What is it, like wheat, malt, and barley and water?
But like if you get soda or something.
Oh yeah, I mean they use What is?
They get away with a percentage of shit that just gets in there without
Yeah, you can get it with like 0.05% bugs in all of our candies.
Poop.
Yeah. All of our gummies have some sort of like what is it, the collagen or the tendons.
Well, I mean, gummies are made straight up out of bone and tendon. So, yeah, they just boil that shit down.
I love me some gummies, guys.
Oh, me too. I'll tell you.
I'm going to have me a nice gummy after this. Some nice bone. Some nice chewy bone.
Hey, man, I will take down my A1C level be damned. I will eat 2 fucking bags of those gummy sharks from 7-Eleven.
Oh, they're so good, dude.
Yeah, them
Welch's fruit snacks, just the goat
they're
snack
so
of all
fucking
time.
Good. Who put out Tyson put out a gummy, like an actual weed strain gummy of ears of theirs.
I had one of his gummies and they were kind of duds, but maybe I should try another one because I think his flour is fucking awesome.
Oh, true, yeah. No, they made him discontinue it because you couldn't have gummies in like the shapes of actual things because for kids reasons they were saying so.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, because that's weed, because it's got weed in it.
Because it's got weed in it, yeah.
I don't know. I've had a couple friends whose kids gotten into the gummies, man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man. And I'm like, so?
Well, I guess it depends on how old they are. I mean, I do think that it's like we're doing so much. Like, have you ever, you've seen it now. Have you ever smoked with a guy who hasn't smoked in 20 years and he smokes with you and takes one hit and he's fucking Terry Schiavo? Like, you're carting him out. Like, they're like, they don't know, like, the amount of what we just had a joint before this podcast and we're fine. We can talk. There are people that
it would have put me over.
Yeah, would have had to go to urgent care after that. With the stuff they have now. Just because the stuff is so much more powerful than it used to be in the 70s or 80s. I remember my wife started, smoking again with me, and I remember we didn't even know she was high. She had we thought it was CBD tincture, and then she was like, oh my God, my chest. And I was like, fuck. And I was nervous because she's had medical problems. Yeah. So she's like, we gotta go to urgent care. And then we're on the way walking. I'm like, wait a minute. We'll look at that CBD.
Check out the
and
package,
then, of course, it was like 500 milligrams of THC. And
500.
And I'm like, do you really need urgent care? And she's just like, I guess I could settle for some Doritos. And I was like, yeah, all right, you'll be fine.
Urgent care, bag of Doritos.
Yeah,
what is it? That's just a shout out to how bad the American health system is. Like, just throw in a bag of Doritos, you'll be fine. Check it out. Walk it off.
Take 2 of these and call me in the morning.
Okay, so we're going to go through these conspiracies here. I want you to figure out whether or not these are real or fake. We'll give the answer in between everyone and just keep trying.
Interesting.
Got to correct
you have
yes.
whether or not these are real or fake.
Yes.
Okay.
Number 1, do you want to read it, Chris?
Hangover hangovers, my screen's cracked, were engineered by Big Pharma. A long-standing theory says the worst hangover symptoms are exaggerated by additives that push you toward painkillers, hydration IVs, and supplement companies.
I mean, can both things be right? Like, hangovers were for sure bad, but they're for sure worse now because of that. So I'm going to say true.
True. Let's go down to the bottom there.
And
that is correct.
Is correct. You are correct, sir.
Correct, 1 for 1. Okay, that's pretty solid.
Even though you could have kind of answered either way, but
you could, but the way these figures pulled it is it went through the internet. I had the AI tool go through the internet, and if there's no actual post about it, then it's fake because I had the AI mix them up. So there's 10 and 10, 10 and 10. Number 2, the Aperol Spritz was invented by the CIA to subdue millennials. According to one outlandish theory, the CIA created the Aperol Spritz to promote complacency among upwardly mobile young adults, flooding the market with bitter orange.
Here's the thing: is like even if this was true, because you have true or false, this has to be false.
Okay.
Because, like this, if it was true, about the CIA, that's not something I know about the CIA yet. One of their lies that I haven't heard about, so I'm going to say that that's false.
And he is correct.
Yes.
Correct again. Ace number 3.
All right, 3. Government poisoned Prohibition-era alcohol. During Prohibition, the U.S. government allegedly contaminated industrial spirits with toxic methanol to stop it. He said, fuck it. And that is correct.
Deaths. Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, they stick poison in everything, though. Yeah. So that's kind of like...
alcohol is poison, though, isn't it?
No. Yeah. I mean, that's like putting, like, medical... You know, it's like putting medical-grade fentanyl in your cocaine, you know? It's like you want a different poison, you know? So it is poison.
Okay. Number 4, what do you got there?
Numero cuatro. All right. Number 4, neon beer signs emit low-frequency tones to increase thirst. A pseudoscientific rumor suggests neon beer signs were designed not just for visibility, but to emit subconscious sound waves that trigger thirst in passerbys. That is.
I mean, I think that maybe I'm going to say false just because they were created because of that. It's like a weird... I don't think they were created because of that, but I think it could be true.
You are correct.
Oh, no, okay. Wait, were you about to go down a spiral? Okay, gotcha. Number 5, the Martini olive was originally a tracking device. Conspiracy theorists believe that the cocktail olive was created during World War II.
Somebody knocked on the door.
Oh, boy. Let's
see
as a way to discreetly insert tracking devices into spy bars. Yeah, just be careful passing that. Yeah.
It was
I said that.
As a way to...
And we'll take it here from number 5. The Martini olive was originally a tracking device. Conspiracy theorists believe the cocktail olive... Yeah.
Wait, did you guys take chairs out of the breakfast area?
Yeah, I'll bring it back. We'll bring it back afterwards.
We're going to get in trouble.
Yeah, you liar. I appreciate you. Conspiracy theorists believe the cocktail olive was created during World War II as a way to discreetly insert tracking devices into spy bars.
I think that's true.
Number 5, and okay.
Number 5, the correct answer, that is false.
Ooh, we got him on one.
I thought, I was thinking too hard on that because I thought like, well, maybe where there's like, if you put we're marking somebody by putting an olive in their drink, rather than I didn't think there was an actual camera
tracking
in
device
there.
Inside the, okay.
Yeah.
They used to do shit with champagne bottles, though. They would take the champagne that they knew they were shipping for the German, for the German soldiers, or for the officers. They would put bombs in the necks of the champagne bottles that would go off, and also some of the wine producers would actually add more yeast so that it would fucking blow up. It would blow up in their fucking face when they opened it and shit. Yeah.
This was the Prohibition one, not the this was
the one he's talking about is a real one.
I'm just saying in general, yeah.
World War II, they tried taking out Hitler with champagne bottles as well, with timed fuses.
He didn't. That's
or
interesting.
Cigars too.
Because they didn't. Because Hitler didn't drink, right?
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
The party
love the meth.
Celebrate.
Yeah, a lot of meth.
Love the meth.
A lot of meth.
So funny. I knew someone who just did coke and nothing else, and I was like, "You're a fucking maniac," and they were.
A fucking maniac, yeah. What do you got, Ace? Number 6.
Number 6. Mocktails are just a Trojan horse for $9 juices. With sobriety on the rise, some believe bars are using craft mocktails as overpriced juice with fancy names, charging cocktail prices for non-alcoholic fluff.
Of course, that's true.
That's got to be true. It's so ridiculous.
And that is true.
Yeah.
We added a mocktail menu to our bar menu because we had to, because people were like, yo, just we want something else. And then we'd have to be like, oh, make me something. And that's annoying as shit. So we just ended up having to do it. So, yeah.
So you're a part of the problem.
I would like to say it's a solution.
I would say it's a solution.
Over here charging extra and shit.
But it is a scam. I think you're both
ridiculous, yeah. Because I bought like a mocktail cans of like seltzers. It was like $12-14. I'm like, it's soda water. I would never spend $12 on soda for like a 6-pack.
Yeah, but you're also paying. You have to remember, there's the other things that are included in that price tag. It's like when you go to like a really fancy restaurant and you pay $20 for a Budweiser. You're buying it because you know you're also paying for the 4 busboys, the overhead, all the shit that comes with it. So with that being said, buying a mocktail at a bar like that, it's like you're contributing to the sustenance of that place so that you can go there and still hang out and shit too. Like you're paying into it's sort of like an entrance fee, you know, like. It's something like be part. You're financially participating.
Chris, he got real
Chris,
offended.
the sober guy. He works for Big Mocktail. You work for Big Mocktail.
Dude,
the fuck
he got real offended.
So do Negronis, everybody.
He's like, come on, man. My NA Negronis are amazing. You need to pay $12 for them.
What'd you say?
I'll get you one if you next time you guys are in the Wake Me Up Before You Go. It's an espresso.
Monica
teeny.
loves that one, doesn't she?
Yeah.
No, I hate that. But go ahead. Number 7 here I got is every bar coaster contains a hidden RFID chip. The viral theory complains.
Every bar coaster?
That's what.
No, that's false.
Okay, we'll go to.
And he is correct.
It's all. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure some do.
Number 8, Chris. What do you got?
Number 8, post buyout formula swap. Budweiser taste shift. After Anheuser-Busch's InBev merger, many longtime drinkers claim Budweiser's taste subtly changed. True. And the answer is yes, correct.
Yeah, I remember that.
The Bud drinkers, they will complain if the degrees aren't right, they know exactly how it tastes. It's the same shitty beer they drink, but they're loyal to it and they know.
Budweiser's interesting because in Ireland they look at Budweiser like the way we look at Guinness. You know, it's like kind of like they're like
crafty.
Yeah, they're like
foreign.
novelty foreign beer. Yeah. Also in Russia, very big because it's birchwood casked. And birchwood is a huge Russian culture thing, so they love Budweiser.
Oh damn, I didn't know that.
in Russia as well too.
Did not know that.
Yeah, man.
Kitchen guy knows this shit.
Alcoholic small world.
Number 9.
Number 9. Big Ice controls the whiskey world. Some theorists claim a secret coalition of boutique ice vendors and mold makers is behind the rise of oversized clear ice cubes in whiskey.
So his theory is the bigger the ice cubes,
that's
the less
the
whiskey
hardest one so far.
Big old
because it's I'm gonna. What's the source?
Satirical Bartender Podcast.
Okay, come on.
Everyone has a source. Everyone has a source. So, yeah.
Keep going.
If one guy's talked about it, then it means it's true. Apparently, according to AI.
The BBC's
not
the
true.
big bold cubes.
So
that is false.
And he is correct again.
Once again, man, guy's crushing.
Crushing tonight.
I knows his fucking conspiracies. These are all okay. Here's the Guinness one. Actually, number 10. Guinness settling ritual manufactured for marketing. The famous 2-part Guinness pour. A theory claims that it's not for flavoring at all, but instead branding the wait time that builds the mystique and serves the bar flow.
True.
And that is correct.
Damn. Guy's killing it. Number 11, Chris, what do you got?
So far, I'm not in one, guys.
Nah, man. Number 11. Glass bottle patio bans were made to protect spy drones. Some say outdoor bans on glass bottles aren't about safety. They're to eliminate glare interference from government surveillance drones.
God dang, he is on a roll.
He's on a roll.
That is false. They don't give a fuck, man. They got this shit. They can.
I mean, if they cared about that, there wouldn't be so many fucking blown up Afghan weddings. You know what I mean? So,
do they drink out of glass there? That tracks. Fernet is a bartender brainwash tool. The cult favorite among bartenders. Some believe Fernet is secretly a taste-acquired initiation rite.
Some believe that's a weird one because it's like some believe we could believe anything.
Have you ever tried Fernet?
Yeah.
True. I'm going to say true.
Fernet sucks. Have you ever drank Fernet?
I believe so.
It's
Yeah.
like, it's like you mix Listerine and Jägermeister together.
Yeah.
And it goes together. My boss loves Fernet.
Yeah.
There's people coming. We got homies.
Bartenders love it. It's a weird handshake between bartenders. Like, hey, Fernet. They're like, oh.
All right, so it's my
you're down.
turn. I want to see if it's
No, you are correct. You're correct.
Right, yeah.
You are correct.
Hipsters also love that shit because of all the funny names you have for all the Fernet drinks. It's like the Ferrari and the
really?
I forget what else. They got another one like
Hate
the
Oh, that's funny. You said Jaeger. It's actually the next one.
Man.
Yeah. What's number 13?
number 13 coming at you. That is going to be Jägermeister was developed as a truth serum. According to an underground theory, Jägermeister's herbal liqueur origins stem from Cold War era interrogation tactics.
I mean, again, this was like.
A lot of them can be both.
I can be bold, but I'm gonna go false with this one.
Yeah,
You are correct,
Dang,
sir.
he is.
Yeah, you are.
correct. Yeah.
You know what though? I'll tell you the biggest lie ever told to me about Jägermeister. My roommate in college, the first week we were there, we got a homie to go to the liquor store for us. He brings back a bottle of Jaeger.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, it's this herbal liquor from Germany, and if you drink it, you can't get hungover because it has all the herbs in it.
I mean, like
Okay.
plenty of states, drug people or get them drunk to try to get something out of them. But for interrogation, that makes no sense. For alcohol, it doesn't make any sense because they'll tell you whatever the fuck you want to hear.
It is awful.
It's not
Warm
effective.
Jaeger is awful.
It's not effective.
I would tell some secrets to not drink warm Jaeger. I would do
Exactly.
that, yes.
Exactly.
Number 14.
Number 14, the espresso martini was invented by Red Bull to disguise caffeine addiction. Though the drink exists earlier, theory holds that Red Bull bankrolled its 2010s comeback to make caffeine cocktails socially acceptable.
I'm gonna say true.
And that's another one. That's two. He missed two.
Oh, he missed one. Yes.
I was like 2010 sounds a little late because that thing was
2010s.
kind of already happening before that. That's my
It's on a hot roll right now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Espresso martinis.
martinis.
We look at espresso martinis now. Like we'll be looking at espresso martinis in 10 years. Like we look at Appletinis, and
Okay,
now
yeah.
they're like, dude, every
It's the
time.
hot girl drink. It's a hot girl drink.
It's
right
the
now.
basic girl
Oh,
drink,
God.
man. It's
Yeah.
like they come in like, oh my god, do you have? And we have 85 craft cocktails at the bar where we're reputed for being that. And they come in, they're like,
Espresso.
I just want to know, do you have an espresso teeny? I don't even try to tell them about the name of the wake me up before you go. I just say yes and just go with it. They don't give a
With
fuck.
the three
The
beans.
girl, like my wife's big thing is a wine spritzer. The girl before that was vodka soda, and then the girl before
Basic,
that
yeah.
was whiskey and weed.
Whiskey and
You
weed.
could throw it down a little more.
Kelly's thug.
It wasn't a great relationship.
Whiskey and weed, and she throws it back. Hell yeah.
Kelly's thuggish. She just straight up scotch, man.
I can't fucking fuck with scotch.
I can't fuck with
Kelly-
I
scotch.
feel like I'm drinking
Yeah.
Waiting
furniture
for you to
cleaner.
come home just with some scotch in her hand, just waiting for
a
your ass.
cigar and a
Yeah.
rolled up,
never got to that.
rolled up telephone book ready to beat the shit out of me.
Sitting there like Jada Pinkett
she can
Smith.
dude, it's the craziest thing you'll ever see, man. That
fucked
little
up.
woman.
Here we go. Number 15 here. Absinthe, a dangerous image, was funded by wine lobbyists. Absinthe was banned in many countries in the early 20th century. Historians say this is less about hallucinations, but more about the wine industry sabotage.
True.
And that is correct.
That's
That's true.
I didn't know wine did that. That's
I've drank a lot of
crazy.
absinthe, and it does get you fucked up, but it's
You
not.
don't really do the
It doesn't do what they said it was. It's not the crazy drug.
Did you do it like the right way with the water drop and all that?
Never the right. I don't know what the right.
If you put
way
it through a sugar cube and
Yeah,
you,
you're supposed to like
Well,
drop it through an ice well thing that drips it onto a sugar cube, and then you do that. You just drink it straight out the bottle.
Yeah.
You're a monster.
the reason you do that is because it has a very strong anise flavor, so it's like it's like a mouthful of licorice, and then but the what it does do, it's a high percentage alcohol, so that's why people are like, oh, I saw Green Fairy. It's like, no, you just got super fucked up.
You got super fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just got really drunk.
Number 16, Chris. What is that? We got four more.
16. All right, here we go. The Great Moonshine Conspiracy of 1935. A scandal in Franklin County, Virginia, revealed a moonshine ring involving law enforcement cheating the IRS out of millions.
It's true.
Yeah, dude.
That is correct.
Yeah, dude. Everything
What?
about
That
that
is
from
correct.
Franklin
Stealing
County.
money?
That's not true. I'm like, how is that not true?
Have you ever traveled through Franklin County?
Franklin County where?
Virginia.
Virginia? I don't know. Maybe I have, but not enough that I could point anything out. I mean, I've done the Virginia Beach Funny Bone. I've done the Apollo here. I did the Winchester Room that you guys have. That's in West Virginia, I believe. And then somewhere else in Virginia I did too, but... No.
Is Franklin County on the way to Richmond, or no? That's a little more west.
It's outside Roanoke.
Oh no, Roanoke. Okay,
it's
gotcha.
outside Roanoke.
Yeah.
Dude,
that's where they shot the movie Lawless, right? That's what
Lawless is about. Yeah, that's what Lawless is about.
Yeah, it is.
That was the invention of NASCAR with those moonshine drivers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they were just souping up their cars to get away from cops.
Yeah, the Franklin County, though, is the moonshine capital of the world.
You see hundreds of pot stills at night just light up all the Virginia rolling hills.
Dude.
The Appalachians. Number 17 here. The real reason margarita glasses are wide was big salt lobbying. The popular myth says that salt companies lobbied to widen margarita rims in the 70s to increase the amount of salt per drink.
Say that again.
The popular myth says that the salt companies lobbied to widen margarita rims to increase the amount of salt.
Just because you've had too many of those that are true that you've pitched me.
Okay.
And he is correct.
We should have told him 10 and 10. We should have told him 10 and 10. All right. Number 18. Ace, what do you got?
Number 18. Bartenders intentionally light pour tours. Conspiracy hosts the bar staff short pour tours to save inventory while regulars get generous pours.
Was this true, right?
Yeah, that is correct.
It's got to be true. Yeah.
That is correct.
That's just like a fact about bars.
And I don't know. I like getting the tourists real fucked up, man. It's easier to steal their kidneys afterwards.
Big kidney thief. You would know how to cut, though.
The problem with these is now I'm just into the game. I want to see if I can get to 18 and 2.
He's trying to get a passing score. Number 19 here. All well liquors are made in the same factory in North Dakota. A persistent
False.
myth. Okay.
And he
Number
is
19?
correct.
Hey.
There's no way that all well liquors are made in the same place.
All right, and the last one here. What do you got, Chris?
All right, man. This is going to be a tough one. You ready? Big alcohol covered up data linking it to major health crisis.
True.
I was like, do I
don't even need to finish that. Of course that's true.
Yeah.
That's the history of every single company in our government's fucking history.
18 out of 20.
18 out of 20.
Damn.
Pretty good.
That's pretty fucking good. That's
pretty
fucking good.
See me at the cellar door tonight. Oh, wait. This isn't coming out.
That's not live. It's not there. Yeah. No, that was absolutely fucking great. Murdered it.
Crushed
What's that? That's a 90, right? That's a 90%? 90 flat?
I got a 90%. 90%.
90 flat. We just got like 10 more questions here. Pull a bar, any bar friend. We're going to determine whether or not we like you as a person who goes to bars.
I mean, my answer is there's two different people.
Yeah.
There was the one that was drinking, and then there's the one now.
Yes, you definitely.
And I guarantee you, one you'll be fine with, and the other one you will not want at your bar.
Yeah, I've heard you tell some horror stories on some podcasts before, but what you've done six times?
5 times rehab.
Okay.
2 times inpatient. Oh, 6 times. 2
How's
times
rehab over
inpatient.
Zoom?
3 times outpatient.
Yeah.
Sucks. And then a detox.
Wow.
So 6.
I went to rehab once, man, but it was for like
For booze?
No, for weed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I peed dirty for weed on felony probation, and they were like, it was wild. And that whole scene, from Half Baked, where he goes in, they're like, "You in here from some marijuana?" I mean, verbatim, same shit happened. He walked in when I introduced myself to everybody that was in the center. They were like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know. Trust me, I'm more pissed off about you than you are about that shit." But
It's I do think weed can be addictive, but it's that's the problem with, it's the most functional drug, and the people that I know that have a problem with weed, it's usually tied in with not leaving their house and masturbating in video games,
And yes, that's the
But
weed's
it is
fault.
a problem.
It's
No,
a problem,
I'm serious.
but it's
It
not
is
the
a
weed's fault.
problem,
Yeah.
but it kind of is. But it's just not as oh my god, I got gut fucked a lot lizard last night. It's never a story like that,
A lot less. It's crazy.
You never sucked dick for weed? Come on. Yeah. It's not happening. What are the questions here? So you can answer from the sober perspective
I'll
or
answer
tell
from
your
both
extra stories.
perspectives.
Have you ever gone behind the bar to pour your own drink?
Drunk? Yes. Sober? Absolutely not.
Yeah, sober guy. I need my Coke. I need my Coca-Cola, man.
You know what? Sober, when I've been a comic, when they're really not getting to me and I have to get on stage, I'm like, fuck this, and I'll pour myself a Diet Coke.
Oh,
That's a
nice.
very different situation than being at a restaurant when you're also working there.
That's not too bad. I don't get mad at that, but the drunk part,
I get it. If I have to go on stage and I have to do 45 minutes and I don't have a Diet Coke, then I'm like, fuck it, I gotta
just go pour your own Coke.
Yeah,
okay.
it's a different thing. If
What
they get annoyed, they get annoyed.
It's part of the show.
Yeah.
When you poured your own drink drunk, though, what was it? Just a bottle? Or
what the fuck are you doing? That was what happened.
Okay.
I was trying to do a draft.
How many times have you been told, hey, man, you got to leave?
A couple times. Not as many as you'd think. But probably some of them I don't remember. At least 5 times where I remember it. You know, but probably a bunch of times I don't remember.
All right, number 4.
Sober, no,
yeah,
never.
No, yeah.
Of course.
Have you ever gone into a bar bathroom, come out 30 minutes later, and claim you were talking to ghosts or aliens?
I mean, I've done both sober and drunk. That one, usually just because I'm taking a shit, which in a lot of ways is talking to ghosts.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, I've gotten in there for a while. I don't, like, you know, like... Though I do think, like, the way I don't think as many people do shit in bathrooms as they think. Just if it's a shitty dive bar and there's only one fucking unisex bathroom, you know, people get pretty nasty.
Oh, it's disgusting there. Yeah, they're
on the
hard
outside as far as like banging the door.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Do you tip more after a weekend if you had a bad weekend, or do you tip when you had a great weekend? The person running your green room.
I tip the same for stand up. I'm a low end headliner tier, and it's like for tonight I'm not even going to have if I have a bartender I'll tip, but tonight I may not even have one, so like I may just literally be coming to the spot and then leaving. So it depends, but it's usually the same, but it's never. You know, I think that should just be more of like what are you making that weekend, and it should be the percentage of that. If they do a really shitty job, I guess less than normal, but it really should be just the percentage of whoever is, you know, like, you know, I'm not a guy who can fucking leave a couple $100. You know, that's not how much I'm making that weekend.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
But some people do.
Number 2, be honest. Have you ever used a bartender as an unwilling therapist?
Everybody has, right? I've
been in the industry my entire life.
Gas station attendants, unlicensed therapists. Sometimes you just want to tell something to a stranger. And you don't want to tell somebody to somebody you know because they're
going to judge you. Then you got to deal with the aftermath. Okay. Chris, you got a question?
No. Oh, you want
nope. Okay, just kidding. No. What was your post-show drink order?
Sober, it would be, you know, a Diet Coke and Domino's and diarrhea. And alcohol.
Triple D Diner, baby.
What do you got?
Just you didn't have a preference?
No, I did. I mean, like my preference is always, you know, booze and whiskey. Beer and like a light lager, and then just a shitload of whiskey, and then you know, any drugs I can get. So basically, just what everyone's college experience. I just kept it going.
Have you ever got a hand job at a Chinese buffet?
Oh, thank you for listening. No, I think I made that one up. I'm trying to think where I have gotten. We got some weird hand jobs, I guess, but
aren't they all weird or no?
I'm still looking for a really good one, but yeah, it's really tough when
search within on that one.
Man. I know. Yeah. It's tough when we jerked off so much as we all have in this room before the podcast started.
Last two second questions here. We got the wrestling edition, then with the alien bar. Chris, you got one from the wrestling?
All right, the wrestling. You could book any wrestling match in a dive bar. Who fights and what drink is being spilled during the finish?
In a dive bar? Mm-hmm. Handicap match. Vince McMahon versus John Laurinaitis and Janelle Grant.
Oh, wow. Yo, man.
That's actually not a match. This is a documentary.
Dude.
Oh. Jesus.
Dropping a deuce.
That's what's happening right now. They're going to fucking take that cocksucker for everything. Good for them. But Johnny Ace sucks, but good for her.
I can't wait for the Dark Side of the Ring for that one, man.
It's a whole season.
Yeah, shit.
The whole there is no Dark Side of the Ring episode on Vince McMahon. There's Dark Side of the Ring.
It's just
AKA the Vince McMahon story.
Yeah, it's much as he's like, you know, the just offshoot of his entire life. Yeah, that shit is great. That show is wild, man.
Yeah.
Bargoyles tip of the day, if you're going to do some shit like that, don't text it. We can see the text. It's disgusting. It's ridiculous. Have you ever walked into a bar? Oh, if you were to dress as your favorite wrestler and go to a bar, what wrestler would that be?
I mean, I'm trying to think.
I think you're doing a bar crawl.
I haven't been watching a lot of wrestling lately. I guess my favorite current guy in ring is Kenny, and I don't know if I kind of dress like Kenny is in his normal life anyway because I'm a nerd.
Okay.
But like, anything without a shirt. I mean, dude, if I looked like fucking Randy Orton or who's a guy I knew when I was working at WWE that was like unbelievably in great shape was Austin Theory. That was a guy.
Austin Theory?
Oh, yeah.
There's not an ounce of fat on that guy. If I could have that guy's fucking body, I would, but that's not in the cards.
Ravishing Rick Rude.
I mean, that guy is unbelievable.
Baby. Ooh.
Dude,
Okay.
I loved how he always came out with everybody's like girlfriend's face painted on his crotch, dude.
He was a maniac in real life too. He would like take out he'd brought Eric Bischoff to a parking lot, open the trunk to just show Eric his gun.
Jesus.
To be like, if you ever fuck with me, this is my gun.
So
this is the gun I'll kill you with.
Hey, he died at like 41, my age.
Of gun violence?
No.
No, you can take 3 guesses. That's the thing about like the Dark Side of the Ring too, is if you watch it, there's always 3 outcomes. It's like heart attack, drug overdose, and
Or he's still on the road.
Or really, really sad story like the earthquake episode.
Still on the road.
Yo.
Well, that guy, like I keep thinking, Evan is the guy who makes him. He's been on our my old wrestling show, Working Stiff. Apparently, he's still doing pretty good. I have not been on it in a long time, but yeah.
Last section here for the aliens part. Let's say aliens are at the bar. If you send them around, what would you send them as Earth's ambassador? Their first alcoholic drink.
Is Earth's ambassador?
Yep. You're the first contact. They showed up in a bar you're at. You're like, oh, man.
I mean, is absinthe on the menu? Like, with everything we've been going on.
Anything, man. Anything.
I mean, I would just be like, hey, man, fuck the bar. Let's get on the street. Let's get you some fucking fentanyl. Let's get you some Dilaudid. Let's get going. Because this country is fucked.
Like, got a lot of catching up
if
to
you're
do.
an alien and you're coming here, you're going to need a lot
You're gonna need a
of
lot.
medication to get through whatever fucking we've concocted up here as a reality.
Jameson.
If the bartender told you they were an alien, how many drinks would it take you to believe them?
I don't know. 4?
4?
Not as much as you'd think. Like I would, I think also because I would just be starting to get buzzed, and I would want to believe him. And I do. Think,
You want to believe? Yeah.
I think that there's some fire to the smoke of there being an alien human hybrid program in the United States at one point. That's probably the craziest thing I've said on this podcast, but it's something I probably do believe in.
The aliens have abducted you. You have to bring a bottle of wine towards a house. What is the choice alcohol you bring with you on the trip?
This is the worst podcast to do as somebody who's trying not to drink anymore. By the way, you brought a bunch of non-alcoholic beers. You committed theft. Like, I could be getting arrested after this.
It's borrowing.
I still have to work tonight after I was working. What was the question again?
What do you bring the aliens?
What do I bring the aliens? Maybe just a commemorative probe like you guys left us in me the last time.
Yes. Thank you.
Now let's all make a wish on it.
Oh, Jesus, fucking ridiculous. Oh, yeah. I guess I thought we were trying to be nice with the NAs.
No, that was very nice. It was really nice. I love
was at the
NAs.
liquor store looking
I'm going to put these in here. I'm not here. It's okay. It's okay.
Because
are you going to go to your car and be like, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm a fucking idiot. It's like, folks, we're hopping a boogie
I was
nights.
like, man, I shouldn't drink if I'm the only one who drinks.
You still smoke though, right? Or no?
No.
No, you don't. You don't smoke. You don't do anything.
No.
Have you ever used to do it, and you were just like, I'm fucking
like
done?
very, very little.
And you were just you don't do anything.
Yeah, I smoke just.
You just smoke weed?
Yeah, I smoke all the time.
But you don't drink anymore.
That's
a normal bartender comic thing.
It really is, man. It really is, man. It was. I stopped. I mean, I'm not gonna get on like any sort of like weird like, oh, my life's changed so much, but it has. And I just started in January 1st. I started doing dry January. I made it through dry January. I was like, yo.
Oh, it's poison. I will say this to rehab. Like, out of all the drugs I've seen of someone coming to rehab, alcohol fucks you up by far the hardest. It's not even close. Like, I've seen guys. There's a guy I saw in rehab who was dying of cirrhosis who I thought was like 78 years old. He was like 46.
Shout out Dan Soder's dad.
But he was, dude, it was fucking, it's not like, like you can heroin, you look fine. Most painkillers, you look fine. Like most benzos, you'll be fine. Even though benzo, I think, is the gnarliest. Benzo's the most insidious drug to get addicted to because it doesn't even get you high as much as it just gets you addicted. Like it's like if you have like I was doing like 6 milligrams of Xanax a day, which is a lot, but it's not as much as like some people are doing 12 or 13. But like it's not like you get, that's
a lot to hit.
Right? You don't get high when you have Xanax. It's almost like, I describe it like central air gets turned on in your body. Like there's just a cooling.
Okay.
And that gets very addictive. That's more addictive than getting fucked up, 100%. And it's the only thing besides alcohol that if you get off cold turkey, it's why I had to go to detox, you have to detox with, or you could die. It's one of the only ones is alcohol and benzos. There's benzos. And if you look, I won't point it in a while, but if you look at like some overdoses, you'll read the news like somebody you never thought, because they didn't have a problem. It was like, well, they only had 2 Xanax and like 2 glasses of wine. You're like, well, that's enough.
All it takes,
That's enough.
Yeah, man.
I guess I would say this to wrap it here. I heard you talk on a podcast talking about in one of your rehab sessions, they let you play a song, a walkout song, and you regretted it. It was the "Shake It Off" by Florence and the Machine.
Did I regret it?
You said it was too emotional of a song. You wanted something more fun.
I should have done more fun.
What would be
that
more
was
fun?
that was
What would
more
your walk-off song.
I mean, of course, if you like pina coladas, but.
I did it, guys.
Dude, I mean, the problem is, and I had this bit of, I could have probably done a longer bit about it on my last out special, but I think enough people talked.
Dance Fatty Dance, please go check it out.
And Soder talked about it. Soder talks about it a lot, so I didn't want to spend too much on it. But, Jimmy Buffett has fucked me up way more than any gangster rap or any heavy metal or any like satanic, because it reminds me of just settling. That's what Jimmy Buffett is, getting drunk and settling and being like, hey, I fucked up my whole life, but you know what? I got these hot tops and I got some of these crawdaddies, and I'm gonna be okay. And who cares if my daughter doesn't talk to me?
I got a trailer right on the lake. It's all good.
Yeah, like gangster rap. It's all like, I'm gonna fuck you up. Rock. It's like, we're gonna get fucked up, and this is like, I'm just gonna stay the same forever.
Good.
And that is like, and Jimmy Buffett. I mean, like when we went to St. John. And like the line outside of Margaritaville, it really does. I mean, it looks like, like some sort of like cattle farming expose. Like it's just the hope has left their eyes, and they're just just give me some coconut shrimp, man, and I'll just
coconut shrimp.
I'll forget
give
about the fact that I never made it as a dancer.
I'm in paradise.
Yeah.
Is there a specific song to wrap it up? We're gonna play it on the outro.
I mean, as far as my which is my favorite Jimmy Buffett song?
Your walkout rehab song for Jimmy Buffett.
For Jimmy Buffett, I would probably say "Pirate Looks at 40," which is an easy one. But that's my favorite.
Okay, I can give you
Check that out.
Well, guys.
And check out my podcast,
Burbs
Bros. We got some really big guests coming up, and we got some amazing guests. If you're like paranormal UAP, we've had like Ross Coulthart and George Knapp and a bunch of guys. I do stand up wherever. You can find all my stuff on my Punch Up website, and
PunchUp.live.
Currently writing another show with Dan Soder, cartoon for Fox, so let's hope that somehow
nice. Okay, fuck yeah.
Fucking gets made.
I know he's been working. That's amazing.
The Peacock one did not work out, but I have a really good feeling about this. Fingers crossed. I think it's a really exciting project I'm doing with Dan Soder and Mike O'Brien, who created AP Bio and writing a bunch of other things. Probably we'll get another, once I get the money. Well, I got to find the right place for another special, but anyway. Thank you, guys. By the end of it, that just became a conversation with my manager. So
check him out. He gets the Bargoyles shirt.
Oh, shit. I get a bar. I'll wear this tomorrow.
This is you.
All right. I'll wear this tomorrow. This is me?
That is you.
Oh, my God. I'm going to wear this tomorrow on my podcast.
That's you. This is you with your wife.
Oh, my God. My wife's going to love this. You guys made these?
Yeah,
these are amazing.
Yeah. We made one for her, too. It's a hoodie right there in the back. So
you
it's
guys
got the
are
thing
so
on the back
nice.
there.
You guys are awesome. Thank you, guys.
Please check out his stuff. Have a great time.
There's no way
like and
you're
subscribe.
making any money on this podcast.
No,
I appreciate it.
None.
It's really nice.
We're having
It's
a great
really
time.
nice.
Thank you, guys.
I feel like I'm looking at your rent money right now.
Of course.
That was awesome. Thanks, man.
What's up? I'm Isaac. I got hit in the face by a stripper.
And I'm Nick. I'm like a fat girl in 7th grade at 7 a.m.
Welcome to the Bargoyles
where we break down restaurants, bars,
and the chaos of stand-up comedy.
from bad Yelp reviews.
Mother stories.
You've got the inside scoop.
And the laughs.
I've heard you call,
I was gonna say I love you guys.
wanted to say
Shout out.
on you.
Who needs therapy when you got
I